Hey everybody, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today, as you can tell, I've got an interesting thing here to take a look at. This is a robot vacuum cleaner from a company called MOOSOO, or MOOSOO, or MOOSOO, MOOSOO. 100% not sure how to pronounce this, so hopefully I'm close. But it's a robotic Wi-Fi enabled vacuum cleaner. This is the MT-720 model. And I do have to thank MOOSOO for sending this over to the channel for honest unboxing, review, and feedback. First look here. So what I'm going to be doing is unboxing this, take a quick look at it, get it set up, and see if it works. You know, it's very much like a Roomba. I mean, obviously everyone knows what a Roomba is now, but there are lots of companies that are competing, coming out with, you know, awesome products in this space. Want to check this out and see if it works in my house. I have a lot of scenarios in my house, a couple different areas where I constantly have dog hair and dust and things like that on hardwood floors, in my tile, in my kitchen. So I'm going to see if it, you know, how it works in that scenario, as well as on some other, you know, carpeted areas of my house, and then, you know, kind of report back, you know, as part of this video on does this work or not, right? So it looks cool. So we'll see how it all works. So the first thing I'm going to do is just basically do the unboxing here. Hopefully at some point in the future I'm going to have a different YouTube set and I won't be constrained to this small table. I'll have a bigger desk area to work from, but you know, right now you'd have to bear with me. And we'll just open it up here and kind of go from there. So right away, you have this kind of big piece of paper in here. Shows a robot cleaning. There's an app, right? So there's a Smart Life app that you can use to control or basically turn on, turn off, and kind of deal with the device or with the vacuum cleaner. Talks about setting up the vacuum cleaner with the app. There's also a remote control that you can use, and it has a charging base. I don't know if you can see this. So a charging base that you can put somewhere plugged in, and this will then know when it needs a charge and kind of go back and plug in and charge. So that's pretty cool. So a little bit of a quick start guide on big piece of paper. You also have some more information here. So this is the actual user guide, information about warranty. So robot vacuum cleaner, MT-720. So it just kind of goes over all the different pieces of it. Talks about how to take it apart so you can clean the filters. It's because it does have a HEPA filter, so a high efficiency filter there. And then actually the bin that collects all the stuff that it sucks up. It's got infrared sensors, all of that. So obviously you can, after this gets full, you can dump it out and, you know, put it back together. So we'll just really quickly go ahead and set this up. So this is what the remote control looks like. We've got a filter, got kind of another filter. Here are the brush assemblies that kind of go on the part of it, and so it can sweep stuff in. Got AC adapter, the charging base, and then you have the unit itself. I'm not going to take this plastic off right now, but you know, please read the instructions before you try to use this. It's a power button, kind of a cool design on top. Looks like it's got glass on there, like a glass top. As you can see, there's like a bumper, so when it bumps into something, it can turn around. The dust bin, you can remove it like that. So this is the whole setup there. Pretty easy to take apart. And then on the bottom, as you can see, there's Obviously some wheels and tracks. These are where the brush heads go. And I guess it looks like they give you some extra ones because there's only two that you need, and then they give you 4, so that's nice. Kind of front swivel wheel and some contacts here for when it plugs in or goes up to the dock. This does only work on 2.4 gigahertz wireless, so be sure that you do have that available in your house. And then it does have the motor with the brush there. Obviously pretty standard how this would work. And kind of just docks and does that. Now it looks like okay, so it looks like that assembly, those were extra. So it does already have a filter and that sponge in place. And as you can see, it just kind of fits in this cavity there and then locks in. So that's all kind of part of this dust bin. And then you can somehow open that up and then dump it out. So this filter just basically filters the air as it sucks it in and pushes back out. So you don't like push dust into the house, but everything should collect in this bin. And then you can easily, it's like sealed with some rubber. This is like a rubber gasket here. So when you close this all up, it should be kind of airtight from that perspective. And you can just plug it back in. So that's cool. So what I will do really quickly, and this does have right and left. So this is left. And this is right. And then you have your little things there, and it just spins, pushes stuff in towards the center so that when this is spinning, it can suck it up in. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can turn this on.
Welcome to use MOOSOO robot vacuum cleaner.
So it said, welcome to the vacuum cleaner. Now I already have this app, Smart Life, on my phone because there was a couple other devices that I have in my house, and one of them being Christmas lights. You can see that. I don't know. It's hard to see with this bright light. But I do have Christmas lights, which are connected to the Smart Life app. But I'm going to say plus small home app. Okay. Small home appliance, robot vacuum. Small home robot vacuum.
Wi-Fi connected.
Okay, so it did connect. Wi-Fi is connected. And maybe I want to add this. Okay, so the device name shows up, MOOSOO MT-720, and it shows up. So basically now you can control all the different aspects of the device using the phone instead of the actual little remote control. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and kind of play around with this a little bit and get it set up and see, kind of see how it actually activates and works. And then what I'm going to be doing is maybe once I get it set up, I'll videotape a little bit of it, vacuuming in different areas. And then I will, come back here and we'll talk about it. And just, basically see how it performs. So I'm going to do that and I will be back. So as you can see here, I had a couple different videos of it just trying to figure out how to vacuum in a couple different rooms of my house. And there's a few different modes that you can set on the vacuum. This I think I just had in the smart vacuum, where it just kind of decides where to go, kind of bumps into stuff, randomly goes all over the place. But I think if you look in the app, it shows it keeps track of where it has been. So it kind of just keeps expanding out across the room and just vacuuming more and more. Now it looks like it's kind of haphazardly going around, and a lot of times it seemed like that, but eventually it did start going down the hallway and it started vacuuming underneath the chairs here, as you can see. So given enough time, I think it would actually have gone and done everything and cleaned the whole room. So obviously this works best when there's less obstacles in a room. Maybe you have a more open space with not a lot of stuff in the middle of the room and things like that. It would probably perform a little bit better or be able to do it quicker. But overall, I think this was actually pretty good. It's able to navigate back to the charging base if you need to have it charge up. You can set schedules, when you want it to kind of automatically turn on and go, vacuum your rooms. The only problem I think it had, and you could see a little bit on this last video clip there, is when there's different heights and changes in the floor, right? So if you have a rug in the middle of a hardwood floor in the room, sometimes it has a little bit of trouble getting over that. You can't really obviously change and go up levels in your house, so you really want to put this on a flat level, right? If you do have it upstairs, it does have a feature that will stop it from just driving over the stairs. So if it starts to go over the edge, if you have like a flat edge, I have a hardwood floor edge, and once it got to that edge, it stopped and it kind of turned. So it knows not to just fly over the edge and drop down, 15 steps. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, really overall, lots of cool features. It does have, the app, as I mentioned, and you can actually also use voice control. So if you set it up to, with your Google Assistant or whatnot, and you can tell that to tell your vacuum to start cleaning, and then it will, it'll start up and start cleaning. So a lot of cool features. Definitely check it out on their website. There's a lot of information on their website about this model, this MT-720, as well as some additional models that MOOSOO sells. And overall, I'm pretty impressed. I was a little skeptical going into this, how good it would actually work or how it would work. And I was surprised. I mean, again, given enough time in a room, it will definitely hit all the areas of the floor and actually vacuum up the stuff. It's, powerful. It does suck up dust and hair and things like that if you have pets. So overall, I'm super impressed, based on the few days that I was using this. So if you have any questions, go ahead and post those below. Like I said, I'll link to this in the description so you can check it out on MOOSOO's website. This is Andrew from TS for Tech. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.